Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and
move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going,
her husband, her PR team coming at me because we had creative differences over the film. So he is seeking over $400 million. This was filed in New York. It's a civil complaint, not a criminal complaint, but we could see this play out in a courtroom.
And there's so much here, but what is now Blake Lively or her husband, Ryan Reynolds, the actor, what are they saying? Anything?
We haven't heard anything. So right now, it's just this over 100-page complaint. In it, there are emails, there are text messages between Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. There's also correspondence between Blake Lively's PR team and outlets. And, you know, it's a lot for fans to digest and go through.
Our agent will be part of this lawsuit. That was Blake Lively's. Blake Lively will be sued, and we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. Ryan Reynolds, for sure.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit. It's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be like the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni has filed a lawsuit against his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, seeking over $400 million in damages for defamation and extortion. The lawsuit, filed in New York, is a civil complaint rather than a criminal one, but it could still unfold in court. Blake Lively responded 11 days later with her own lawsuit, which some speculate was intended as a PR move rather than a legal necessity. However, public reaction hasn't been as supportive as she may have expected. The complaint, spanning over 100 pages, includes emails, text messages, and communications between Lively's PR team and media outlets, suggesting a deeper conflict. Baldoni is not only suing Lively and Reynolds, but is also considering legal action against others involved. His lawsuit reportedly contains substantial evidence, including documents and admissions, to support his claims that Lively used aggressive tactics to take control of the film. Adding to the drama, Lively's own lawyer recently resigned, making headlines with his abrupt departure. Is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shift blame. What started as whispers of an on-set feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has exploded into a full-blown legal battle.
On you today.
I would not blame the average person for looking at this and how it's been covered and not think that it is Hollywood brats at their worst.
Casting Blake Lively, super intimidating. First of all, I remember our first meeting, I was so nervous.
It is like a Hollywood true crime. You were getting pieces coming out,
right,
every lawsuit and every complaint that are filling us in on what actually happened. And that's what I think myself and so many people are invested in. I didn't know who this Justin Baldoni guy was. No offense, didn't really care.
Right.
But the more I'm learning about what Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds seemingly did, they're trying to cover up a crime. That's what I really do think.
The two starred in ** It Ends With Us*, a major hit, but behind the scenes, things were reportedly a disaster. They barely interacted during the press tour, and Lively even faced backlash for allegedly being tone deaf about the film's sensitive themes. Now she's suing Baldoni, claiming he orchestrated a smear campaign to ruin her reputation. Baldoni, on the other hand, insists this is all a calculated scheme by Lively to destroy him. His lawsuit is packed with evidence, including text messages and emails, while Lively alleges that fan criticism against her was a PR stunt engineered by Baldoni's team. Adding to the chaos, Lively's lawyer just quit, publicly distancing himself from the case.
Photo, I think you sent it to Matt just the other day just to go, hey, remember these dudes? Here's 17-year-old Matt and Ben in a photo booth. Look at this.
Yeah.
Now listen,
hard not to see that those guys are going to make it.
Yeah, those guys clearly have star written all over.
These three actors have multiple Oscars, Tonys, and Emmys, and a Grammy. Now Viola Davis, Ben Affleck, and Matt Davis.
I'm not giving credit for it, but I'll sit here with the group of us who have Tonys and Grammys.
Oh my God.
Grammy's coming any day.
It's the first of your production company together. Why did it take you so long to get the company together?
Well, we probably
We've
needed
had other companies. This is just the first real company in the sense of having investment and stuff other than a sort of pass through.
Yeah, we probably had to do, it's all right. We probably had to do 30 years each making movies before people started to take us seriously.
Do you guys have an unspoken language?
Yeah, 40-something years of hanging out together.
So, it's like a common frame of reference, right? I find the most wonderful thing about it was I loved coming to work every day. I loved seeing Matt. I loved, first of all, he's a genius. Having him in your as the anchor of your movie just
40-something years
makes
it took you to...
No, I didn't used to think this. But it just makes it so easy. And it was just so much fun. I don't know, it's kind of felt like just us and getting to do the thing that we wanted to do. I did. I loved it. I miss it every day since. It was the best work experience of my life. In fact, that's the beautiful thing about this is the happiness was being able to be here every day in Los Angeles where my children are and see them every day. Have them come visit the set, work with my best friend my whole life. There's nothing more that I want in my life. I thought, well, this is it. This is what I've always wanted, you know. And then I thought that might mean I'm about to die.
Guys, I literally had the same thought. I was like, this is we've actually reached the mountaintop.
Did you notice that he lost the weight?
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
My
Physical
favorite thing about Ben is that he put me in a fat suit when I finally get to work with him. And my wife saw the movie and I said, what did you think? And she goes, the movie is great. You look like...
I love him. He's my best friend. He's been great to me my whole life. He's a brilliant guy.
Is Ben really your best friend?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up together. I mean, best friend is kind of a children's concept, really.
Right,
I mean, ultimately, but yeah, I mean, like, I've known him for 35 years. We both were in love with this, the same thing with acting and with filmmaking and I don't know. I think we kind of fed on each other's obsession and during some really formative, important years, and that bonded us for life, I think.
So is it a bonus making this film, being able to spend more time with each other?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's
for sure.
It was one of the things that we kind of wanted to do is the idea of like, why aren't we hanging out and spending more time together since we managed to stay friends this whole time?
Plus, we hit our 50s, so I mean,
we have not much time left.
I mean, you can see the end of the tunnel.
Over those 25 years, Matt and I have just been friends and worked together in the capacity of like, we show each other movies and talk and hang out. So it doesn't feel like, I haven't seen this guy for 25 years. I remember you. But it is nice. It's cool to be, have written another movie with him and we loved it and we definitely want to do more of it, Where it's like, this is fun. Why aren't we doing this?
You told me 25 years ago, I'd be like, we made it?
With both sides digging in, this is no longer just a lawsuit. It's a full-on Hollywood meltdown. The question is, what really happened on that set? And how far will this battle go? Now, things have completely spiraled. What started as an on-set feud has turned into a massive legal war. Justin Baldoni, known for his strong advocacy for women's rights, is facing accusations that contradict his public image. So much so that an award recognizing him as an ally to women was rescinded. Meanwhile, he isn't backing down. He's countersuing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, accusing them of trying to ruin his reputation, and has also filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times. Internet sleuths had long suspected tension, pointing out that Baldoni and Lively avoided each other during press events and never followed each other on social media. Even It Ends With Us author Colleen Hoover seemed distant. Then, TMZ stirred the pot with allegations of fat-shaming, inappropriate comments, and extended kissing scenes on set, further fueling the controversy. With lawsuits flying and reputations on the line, this is no longer just a Hollywood feud. It's an all-out legal battlefield.